Those 4 women charged in the alleged revenge plot out of Wisconsin, remember, they got mad because they found out they were all having affairs with the same guy. Back on the radar today because they're accused, remember this, of tying up the 2-timing guy, gluing his private parts to his body to get back at him for his cheating ways. Turns out 3 of the 4 women are in court today because when they made their first appearances to face charges, they didn't have lawyers. NBC's Rahema Ellis is in Wisconsin. No, you're not. Are you in Wisconsin? You're in Chicago, right? Following the story from Chicago?
Chicago.
Yeah, okay. So
yes.
What are you hearing now about these women? It seems like if you're going to go through with a plot like they're accused of doing, having a plan for a lawyer might be a good idea.
I don't think that they had a plan, but that's just me saying that. I haven't had any official word on that. But let me tell you what's happening in court today. These women are supposed to be back in court, 3 of the 4, as you mentioned. And it's for sort of a preliminary hearing with an attorney, we suspect. And it probably will last only 10 to 15 minutes, and then they'll be told that they'll come back to court later on for preliminary arraignment. And, you know, Contessa, this story has more twists and turns than a roller coaster ride, but the consequences of this is very serious. And I'm going to read some of this because there are a lot of bizarre twists to this story. As you point out, the women were accused of luring this man to a hotel room, blindfolding him, tying him to a bed, and then gluing his private parts to his leg. Each is charged with being party to false imprisonment. If they are convicted, they could face up to 6 years in prison. Another woman is charged with a misdemeanor, and that's sexual assault. The man's wife, Tracy Hood Davis, is also involved in this. She's not going to be in court today. She's due back in court later this month. Each of the 4 women has been out on $200 each. They were able to make bail on that. Now, the strange part of the story, too, the man who had this happen to him, he went to the hospital, was unglued, if you will, and treated for minor injuries. And then the next thing you know, Contessa, he himself ends up in jail because his estranged wife has accused him of beating their daughter. And in addition, she's said that he stole the ashes of her dead father.
What?
Now, he hasn't been able to make bail, so he's sitting in a Wisconsin jail on a $5,000 bond, if he could make that bond.